today to speak in favor of marriage equality. I became actively involved in the marriage equality movement in Rhode Island after hearing radio ads aired in our state by the National Organization of Marriage, a group that is actively working to deny rights to families like mine. This past February, the National Organization of Marriage mounted a campaign in Rhode Island that states that gay marriage will hurt children and destroy families. As a mother, a committed partner, and a resident and taxpayer in the state of Rhode Island, I am outraged by this. Equal marriage state that we are trying to redefine marriage and will suggest that this somehow takes away the rights of heterosexual couples. I am here today to tell you that this is simply untrue. What my family wants is the right to be legally recognized by the state of Rhode Island in the same way that heterosexual families are recognized. While many people have marriage ceremonies in churches, marriage is not just a religious or social institution. It is also a legal institution, and it provides over 1,500 rights, privileges, and protections to those who are able to access it. It's not just about symbolism and the meaning of marriage. It is about tangible rights and benefits that are being denied to families. Opponents of marriage equality will tell you that they aren't bigoted and that they're not trying to take away anyone's rights. They're just trying to protect marriage. This is not true. Efforts to defeat marriage equality bills and to ban gay marriage are a direct attack on families across our state. I have several things that I want to say to everyone here today. First of all, I want to thank the members of the legislature who are here. Your support is so crucial in moving this campaign forward. And to the members of the legislature who aren't here, who haven't signed on as supporters of the marriage equality bill, I want to urge you to take a stand for equality in our state. Whoa. Becoming a parent has raised the stakes for me immeasurably. While marriage is not a silver bullet that's going to cure our society of all homophobia and discrimination, it will provide our families with a number of rights and protections that are difficult and in some cases impossible to access in any other way. Members of the legislature, I ask you to consider your own partners, your own children. I ask you to consider how it would feel if your relationships to them were not legally recognized and not legally protected. Rhode Island is now the only state in New England in which gay, lesbian, queer, and transgender families are denied access to equal marriage rights and protections under the law. Now is the time to change that. Legislature who remain uncomfortable about the idea of gay people raising children and who wonder if we can possibly provide them with all that they need, I invite you to come and talk to me and learn about how loved and supported our child is. Come spend a day with my family. Join us for our family meals. Come with us on our walks and join us at our playgroup. Sit with us while we read Goodnight Moon and rock our daughter to sleep at night. And then, after all of that, after you really get to know us, look me in the eye and tell me that my family is not worthy of equal protection under the law. I also have a message for the many people here today in support of marriage equality. Now is the time to make our voices heard. Now is the time to pick up the phone and call your senator and your representative. Now is the time to talk to your neighbors, your coworkers, your friends, your church groups, and your clergy about the importance of marriage equality. Every time Jack, Ocean, and I go to a new place, meet a new person, buy gas at an unfamiliar gas station, some part of me worries that we will not be welcome. To live in this world constantly wondering if we will be safe, if we will be accepted, if we will be treated in the same manner as our peers is exhausting. However, I honestly believe that it is our very engagement with the world that ultimately makes a difference. In talking to people, in sharing our stories, giving them glimpses into our lives, we put a human face on marriage equality. And this is what I urge you to do as well. Go out and tell your stories. Together, we can change the hearts and minds of Rhode Islanders. Forward, I want to stress that the fight for marriage equality is a fight for civil rights, and we cannot ignore our allies in other social justice movements. To those of you who are involved in struggles for racial equality, for immigration rights, for fair housing practices, and other social justice movements, please talk to your colleagues in these groups about the importance of marriage equality and what it means to you. And to all of us here today, I extend the challenge of working collaboratively, of moving beyond a single-issue politics to create a Rhode Island in which everyone's rights are respected, protected, and valued. I envision a future in which our daughter never has to question whether or not her family is legally recognized and legally protected. I envision a future in which love is celebrated in its diversity and none of us feel like second-class citizens. I envision a future in which we don't have to fight for what seems like such an obvious, basic right. We can have this future. Now is the time, Rhode Island. Now is the time to join Massachusetts, connect